job, Sydney.
It's all about the he said, she said bullshit.
I apologize for the audio in some of these clips. I recorded as loud as possible. I did not add the cringe funeral home music in the background of the one. I do have my fan going behind me. I just have to have it on low at least. I am baking today. I need to address Miss Jody first off. I took the picture down. I swapped it out. I heard you today. I apologize. That's why I put the full picture of what that looks like to show you that it wasn't drawing lines to suspects. It was just drawing lines. Who's who was where, who's what. I made that in the very beginning. I thought nothing of it. I respect you enough as his mother to take it down, so I did. I want to make better videos. You see what kind of videos I make. I want to be as truthful as possible. I have questions. I don't think it should matter whose chat I hang out in. I have reasons for where I go. So other than the questions I'm going to ask you in this video, I would like to ask you some questions about the footprints. I would like to make some sense of this whole footprint deal. I don't see any proof that they exist. So let's get into it.
Within, when I come in about 7 o'clock that evening, she done do all everything. Well, I probably come in about 8.
Okay, we're just going to dive into this one. So what you heard Fred say was, I came into the holler that night about 7 or 8.
But you had already been in.
The whole holler shut down, you know.
You had already been in earlier that day, though, right? You were already in earlier that day, right? That's just when you came.
I've been here all day up to about, I don't know, probably about 5:30 or something. Or
He proceeds to tell Ziggy that he was in the holler all day from 5 to 5:30 or something or another.
And that's when I went out, and then I come back in and got my trailer to haul that motorcycle. So that probably put it around 6:30 or something out there.
He left at 5:30, came back at 6:30 to get the trailer to go back out and get the bike. He didn't see nothing. My issue here is if he did not leave that holler till 5:30, then he seen Candace at his house along with Chad Arnold, which means he did not see Andy at
right before
from 5 to 5:30.
Nobody got.
So here's the deal. You know, the thing is, on the 15th, I heard Fred's truck. Heard it leave. Here's the thing about it, though, right? Who's to know who was driving Fred's truck?
Well, it's funny you say that, Jody, because I caught some statements in Crystal's chat the other night. That is Fred's sister, but she was talking about seeing Jackie Dobbs' vehicle on the 15th. I wasn't there. I don't know.
I don't. I hope cameras that they captured his face driving, but here's the thing, though. Fred's truck stopped at a certain point and then restarted at a certain point and then left that road. I'm certain of that. It stopped after certain points. I'm certain of that. Why, I can't say. Initially, I thought it was just its usual piece of shit self. Tearing up, breaking down, I don't know. Maybe he's over there hanging out Ken's Dungan or something. Who the fuck knows what Fred's doing? Fred's Fred. Oh, well. It's just...
So see, when I hear you say maybe he was over hanging with Dawn and Candace, then I will speculate that he was parked by their home.
It's always tearing up that tiny yellow truck, 7 issues too. It's a consistent thing. It's what had trouble starting, stopping, and doing all the things. Even well after summer finished.
I've got 2 more clips I want to play. Now, the next one is when Ziggy was talking to Fred when he was still in jail, and he did not deny that you may have heard him start and stop. And then the next clip is one of your very first ones where you were talking about time issues, and you mentioned 5:30. So I know that you're probably not going to say it out loud, but yeah, I want to know, do you think that it was Fred's vehicle that went up Candace's driveway at 5:30? Was it his door that slammed?
What her deal has been. She's saying that yesterday, okay, Jody Sue came out with this new information now that she claims like she heard your car stop on the 15th. Like now she's heard your car or your truck stop. She says on Ben Hill Road and that, you know, she doesn't know where you stopped, but she's trying to, for some reason, put some kind of, make you look suspicious or something.
I know. But, I mean, the cameras caught everything, so, I mean, I ain't got nothing to lie about, you know?
Yeah.
They know who's in there and who wasn't in there that day.
Right.
You know, I mean, the law enforcement does. There's 3 different cameras that caught people.
Right. That's what we were just talking about, too, is like the location of the cameras around there.
If I was out, I would send you a copy of each camera, the card of each camera.
The what of each camera?
The chip for each camera that's got all photos on.
The ones you couldn't find, the ones you never gave to her, those ones?
There was a point in there during the day, and it was after the tree cutters had stopped sawing, the clearers, whatever you want to call them. So somewhere around 3, they cut out. At some point after that, I heard a car door slam. It was something like a road that kind of faces the right of way that also cuts through this property too. That splits this one in parts and goes back. There's another road that faces it the same section. Not to be confused with another one across the main road. So I hear what I feel like is a car door coming from there, and that hit me as odd. We heard a car door, just one. Never heard an engine or a car leave, even though it was quiet.
So you can see where I'm speculating that may have been Fred you heard, right?
There was a car that went up Candace's driveway. Now, the angle I was at and where he was at, I still don't know why I asked. I know that something was wrong with it, is the reason I asked him. Because had there not been, I wouldn't have asked at all. It was something about the color, the rotation and the way it hit the driveway, because I know the sounds and stuff of Candace's cars as they go in and out, and Donnie's and who y'all call Grace's. I know the sounds of their vehicles and the way the tires spin, and I can tell you without looking which one it is, going up or down, even when I'm inside the house or cabin. The new Subaru, anyway, for some reason in my head, there was a flash of red going up the driveway that was wrong. It wasn't shiny, it didn't have the gloss, it wasn't right. And the way the traction switched over for the Subaru was entirely different than whatever this was that day. The Subaru does, like, at that point, like a 2.5 thing before it transfers over to whatever it picks up and then finally goes up. This didn't do that, and it also never completed the loop for the driveway, like to pull in at the top, like towards where Grance's camper was. And it was almost like it had stopped at the basement door, which is also not where most of you all keep marking. It is not where half of, or 75% of the internet seems to think it is. So anyway, it is facing this property.
So what Jody's saying is you would essentially go up the driveway, turn to the right, and then end up facing the opposite way, which you see in the picture on the top left, which would be facing 125. And that takes you up to the basement door. Realize you may not have gotten a whole lot out of this particular video. My main concern is the time that Summer went missing. Who was there? What was everyone doing? And as of right now, Fred is back on my radar. He was in that holler at that crucial time. Jody, unblock me.